Let's go right now. Thank you, Lester. Let's go right now for reaction from the panel. Joe Scarborough.
Thank you so much, Chris Matthews. You know, there's a lot of times that you look at these exit polls and you just sort of rub your eyes. Not this time. Pat Buchanan, this is big. Remember, a week before South Carolina, only 10% of South Carolina voters, white voters, supported Obama. By Election Day, it was 25%. Now in Georgia, 43% of white voters are on Barack Obama's side. He gets 86% of African-American voters. That, Pat, is a coalition that he can win with nationwide, isn't it?
Well, look, and this is a tremendous number. He got, as I say, 22 and 24% in South Carolina and Florida. Now he's virtually doubled that to 43%. There's still resistance in folks over 60 years old in the South, but that's a good number. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he lost it, was it 54 to 43? But you can't deny that's a terrific game.
Rachel, I'm going to talk about Pat and pretend like he's not here. Whenever we talk about Barack Obama, Pat Buchanan sort of laughs and chortles. I'm excited, thinking that this guy may be a new face of politics that can unite America. Now, ideology, you know, will I vote for him? Who knows? But younger voters seem to get Barack Obama. Older voters don't. And I think we're seeing that here, aren't we?
Well, but we also saw from 40 to 59-year-olds in Georgia, he got 49% of the vote. Now, 40 to 59, you call that old or call that not old, depending on when you were born.
Right.
But that doesn't, you know, that's not a bunch of college kids, and that's a significant. He got half of that vote. So the question, the reason that people get agitated over the idea of a youth vote propelling a candidate to victory is because there is this theory that young voters never show up. Well, not only do young voters support Barack Obama, but they show up when he's on the ballot, and he's starting to appeal to people outside that young age group.
And also, when you talk about 40 to 59, that is an important age group. It's not 60 and over, but it's the next most important age group. Gene, he's starting to put together a coalition in Georgia, Deep South.
Deep South. I'm going to back up for a minute and go back to that original figure.
This is the Deep South. He gets 43% of white voters. This may be a harbinger of things to come tonight.
Well, you know, when you and I were growing up, we wouldn't have thought that that was going to happen, that an African-American candidate would get, you know, more than 4 out of 10 white votes in a state like Georgia.
Especially in a presidential race.
In a presidential race. I mean, that's incredible. And I'd say it's a very good start. You know, it's early, but it's a good start to the evening for Obama.
That number, 86% of the African-American vote, is what you expect the Democratic candidate to get entirely in a general election. And he's gotten it against Hillary Rodham Clinton, basically a moderate liberal Democrat in the South, the wife of the President of the United States, our first black president, and she gets 13% of the black vote.
Pat, that is great. That is great news for Barack Obama. It is bad news for Hillary Clinton. But as the night goes on, and as the results come in and we start going west, Rachel Maddow, suddenly the battle is going to be in the Democratic Party between African Americans and Hispanics, because African Americans may go 8 out of 10 for Barack Obama. Hispanics, though, most likely will go 6 out of 7 for Hillary Clinton.
I think it won't go that much. I mean, he won 1/3 in Nevada. If Hillary gets 2/3, that'll maintain it. But if he starts getting 40% there, frankly, it's bad news first and foremost for Hillary.
Rachel, what we have to look for, though, when we look at these identity groups, is how much impact did Ted Kennedy have? Can he bring 40% of Hispanic voters over? If so, with these numbers, then Barack Obama is going to have a huge night.
Well, what remains to be seen is what the overall spread is between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton in Georgia. Right now, he was polling about 20 points ahead of Hillary Clinton heading into today. And so if he beat that spread or if he came in underneath that spread, it's going to tell us how big a result this is for him. But in California, he's pulling as much of the African-American vote as she is pulling the Latino vote.
So it's going to be... Latino vote's about 3 times as big in California.
It is. It is. Tom Brokaw said this morning 60% of all children in elementary school in California are Hispanic. That's how big the vote is. The Hispanic vote is out in California and out west. All right, so the big news, Keith, obviously 43% of white voters in Georgia, in the Deep South, in the heart of Dixie, going for an African-American. That's newsworthy. Back to you.
Yeah, but I don't want to give anything away from the exit polls, but if you ever took a standardized test, we gave you enough information for you to walk back on your DVR device and figure out what the vote totals were projected from the exit polls, even though we're not supposed to give it to you. If we gave it to you based on African American voters and what percentage they are of the whole and non-African. If you would like to go and do that, go right ahead. I know Joe's doing it right now. He's got his abacus out as we speak.